I'm noticing a few things. Number one, I'm seeing some people say some weird stuff. Number one is, oh, so Phil's not summoning in his Lies of P playthrough. What is he trying to do? Prove that he's, like, good at these games or something? Huh? It's kind of a weird attitude to have. Because I would argue that up until Elden Ring, okay, it wasn't even, like, widely accepted to be summoning for bosses in any kind of a Soulsborne game. It was seen as a crutch. Like, if you can't beat the boss legit by yourself, then you summon to get past it, just to get past it and continue on with the game. But that's like a last resort. But I think what's happened is so many people jumped onto the FromSoft style game bandwagon with Elden Ring. And let's be honest, those Ash summons and everything made Elden Ring way easier for a lot of people so that they could continue to play it and eventually beat it. Without those summons, they probably never would have beaten some of the tougher bosses in the game. So it became a crutch for them and a commonplace thing. But while that happened, it almost became mainstream, like, expected that you're now going to summon for every boss. But here's the thing. I've been playing these games since Dark Souls 1. Then I went back and played Demon Souls, right? Like, I've gone back and played all of these numerous times. And admittedly, you know, I sucked at them at first. But over the years, I've gotten better and better at them, right? And now I find it more entertaining, more fun, challenging, and rewarding to go into a game like Lies of P and play it straight up. I know there's a summoning mechanic. The pool of summons is there right outside of every boss door. I get it. But I would much rather go in there and take on that boss and beat it legit than go with a crutch, you know? Especially because I haven't really run into any boss yet that has been such an unstoppable wall. I mean, the hardest boss so far was King of Puppets. And even that, I mean, it took me 2 hours to beat him. I've taken way longer than that in FromSoft games before. So for me, this is, like, not a big deal. Maybe for some people it is, you know? But for me, it's like, nah, this is normal. And the funny part is, of course, among my hater watchers, who are just complete idiots, they, of course, oh, we love Lies of P because the game is absolutely destroying Phil. And we love seeing him lose a lot. And then we make fun of him. It's like, but what are you talking about? Have you ever watched any other person play a game like this? I'm just curious. Because I have. I've watched many other people play games like this. Okay? In fact, I've watched people of various skill levels play games like this. I've watched newbies. I've watched people around my skill level. And even the pros, people who, like, they play these games all the time. They get paid to play these games. They get promotional trips out to advertise the games. They're the known gamers and streamers who play FromSoft stuff, okay? I've watched everyone. For example, there is no one who on their first run is steamrolling Lies of P. No one does that. Literally not a single content creator, streamer, player steamrolls these games. They actually all get their asses beat the first time. And it's on purpose, so that way, it's a legit first-time playthrough. You learn the patterns, you learn how the game plays, right? Now, if you're one of these pro players who, this is your forte, what you do is you take all that experience of getting your ass beat the first run. And then when you do your second run, you say, okay, this is going to be the Dex build run. Okay, this is going to be the level 1 run. Okay, this is going to be the run where I really focus in on just using the arm cannon or whatever, right? Because they went through legit the first time and they learned everything, now they can go through, and yes, the second run, the third run, they start to dominate the game, where now they can really beat it easily. That's the run I never get to, because I don't do that. I'm not, you know, one of those people who goes crazy to that level. I like playing these games once, legit. Maybe, you know, in the future, if you guys ever want me to go back and do a completely different style of run, like, for example, I'm doing a Dex run, but maybe you'd like to see me go back and do a giant weapons run, which I haven't used any giant weapons in the game, and there's some really interesting ones. There's like a giant wrench and a giant charged club, and maybe I could try those out. But I'm not doing that this run. You know, this is just my legit first run. I go Dex, which is technique, they call it in this game, right? And I'm enjoying it. So it's funny because, again, all the things that get thrown my way, the stupid thing, well, why, you know, what does he think? He's a try-hard, good guy, he's so good at these games because he doesn't summon? No, summoning was never an accepted part of these games until Elden Ring. I'm going to continue to play these games how I always have. I'm not going to change my play style and start summoning because people think it's accepted now. Like, I'd rather have the challenge. I find more fun in overcoming a boss legit, head-up fighting, than getting a crutch right away. It doesn't make sense, you know? A lot of people say, oh, you're just going to summon every boss, aren't you? No, I'm not summoning at all. Whoa, well, you see Phil's getting destroyed. No, I'm not. If you take a look at my contemporaries who are playing this game, they're all doing around the same as me. Some are doing better, some are doing worse, but I'm not doing any worse, like massively worse than anyone else playing. What on earth are you even talking about? They just make shit up. And it's disturbing, because these people believe it. They're actually nuts. They just spin these weirdo narratives in their heads, and they believe it because they don't actually look for context. They just say shit and then all just propagate it in a circle like this, you know? They're nuts. But anyway, I'm having a great time with the game. You want to know what I'm really enjoying? Are you ready for this? No fucking death counter. Because you want to know the reason the death counter ever existed? To somehow placate my hate watchers. Oh, you see, because Phil's counting his deaths and he has so many deaths, he sucks. You know what? When I'm just playing the game and focusing on let's win, and each loss, each death doesn't matter, right? Deaths don't matter in any of these kind of games. In a Soulsborne, FromSoft, non-FromSoft, whatever it is, deaths don't matter. Because the whole point is you're going to die a lot. What matters is, do you overcome that death and continue on, or do you keep hitting the wall? I haven't really hit the wall at all in the game, right? There's a few times I kept falling in the one area and died. Like I said, definitely the King of Puppets boss was the roughest one for me so far. But the death counter serves literally no purpose. It proves nothing at all. It doesn't entertain anyone but people who are toxic. And I'm so happy that I put my foot down this time and I said, I'm not doing that anymore, because I'm not here to placate the toxic idiots of the internet or the world. I'm here to enjoy a game at my own pace, to overcome the challenges, and to have a good time. That's what it's all about. If I have to sit here and update a counter every time I die, you've missed the point of gaming. What's the point? Why not just do a death counter in every game? Why about Super Mario Brothers? Every time you step off a fucking ledge, oh, you got death counter. What are you, an idiot? Yeah, you are. If you actually think that has any meaning, you're a moron. Hilarious. You took 2 hours on a boss. Newsflash, some people took 5 hours on that boss. And they're better than me at the game. So fuck off. I love when idiots say shit like that in my chat. Oh, you took 2 hours. Yeah. Yeah, and so did everyone else. But you're not watching anyone else. All you want to do is sit here and crap on me unfairly. I'm done of the days of the unfair comparisons, the unfair, oh, everything you do sucks. Then compare me to someone else, you piece of shit, because you're too lazy to do it. You're too lazy to go see that I'm actually not horrible at this game. I'm not great, but I'm also not the worst. I'm actually decent. I've gotten better at these games over the years. That's why I enjoy them so much. Don't you think that if I really sucked at this game, I wouldn't be enjoying it? But the fact that I'm able to play an ultra hard game and persevere and learn its mechanics, look at what I'm doing. Compare this game run to like my old Dark Souls runs. I'm learning the parries. I'm learning dodges. I've used multiple different weapons and upgraded them and learned their different skills and trees. I'm using smart upgrading in the P organ menu. I'm using all of the elemental things like fire or electricity or extra stun. I'm using all of the elements of the game to my advantage. Things I used to just ignore. One of the biggest criticisms I used to get was Phil just kind of bashes his way through every game. He doesn't really understand the mechanics or take the time to learn it. He just flubs his way through. That's not what I'm doing anymore. Now I'm actually trying to become educated on the games I play and play them at a good level, you know? And I like that. It's more entertaining when you learn all the things that the game has to offer rather than ignoring half of them, right? So I'm happy that I'm doing that. And there's no point to me listening to the nonsense of the white noise morons who don't have a point. They literally don't have a fucking point about anything. Every time that they try to say, well, Phil's wrong, well, why is he wrong? And then they have nothing to say. They don't, he's wrong just because he's Darkside Phil. And that's the meme. Well, guess what? Your meme is bunk. You're a moron. Everyone who propagates that meme without being able to justify it is actually a completely idiotic person who's not worth listening to. And I'm not listening to you anymore. So Liza P has been great for me. I'm not listening to any of the nonsense. There ain't no death counters ever coming back. I'm actually pretty darn good at the game. Not great, but not bad. And I'm doing good and I'm enjoying it because of that. And I can't wait for more. No, I'm not going to start summoning out of nowhere. Nor am I going to care about these idiots who say, oh, you took 2 hours on a boss. Yeah, and everyone else took more. So what the fuck are you talking about? You're an idiot. Right? Oh, excuse me. So, there you go.